We are going to spend the next 7 days in a massive underground city. How does this place even exist? It looks like something from the future, but it was built inside a mine over 1,000 years ago, with countless uncharted tunnels and chambers. Who knows what we'll run into down here? These stairs descend into the city. They're ancient, older than us for sure. We're now 400 feet underground, and this underground village is just here. It's insane. During World War II, when Romania was getting bombed, thousands of people hid here, and now it's just a hideout for a bunch of YouTubers. We soon found a solid spot to spend the night. I think we should camp here. You're the boss, someone said, but our stuff was all the way up top. Using all our collective brainpower, we figured out the best way to get it down. After some quick manoeuvring, we successfully retrieved everything. Our food for this challenge is bagged, and each of us brought a personal bag. What's in yours, Carl? Let's check someone else's, Carl joked. But that's not all. This underground city has walls hiding tons of tunnels, and even chambers bigger than where we're staying. What these guys don't know is that each day, I'm bringing in a new famous YouTuber to help us explore. But the more guests join, the more chaos is bound to unfold. We're going to bed early because I've got a big surprise for you tomorrow, I teased. Day 1 in the underground city went smoothly. Morning came and I couldn't wait for the surprise. I gathered everyone at the elevator. Starting today, a new YouTuber will join us every morning. Coming down from the surface, Gideon made his entrance. "Welcome to the underground city," he shouted. We hadn't even explored the stairs yet, which looked super ominous. Lazarbean has a fear of heights. Why are we doing this to him? We joked as we climbed higher. With a lantern in hand, we felt a little safer, but just around the corner we stumbled upon a menacing door labelled "Access Forbidden." "Oh no," someone said. Curiosity got the better of us, and we pushed through. As we wandered the eerie tunnels, we found evidence of the mine's past. They've been harvesting salt here for 1,000 years. Naturally, we tried to spice up a Feastables bar with some fresh salt from the mine. Surprisingly, it was delicious. After exploring multiple sets of stairs and winding passages, we realised we were far from finished. We had ventured deep, but the creepiest parts were still waiting for us. As the day ended, we gathered at camp, Gideon joining us in the bedroom. The next morning kicked off with excitement. Let's go meet today's special guest. We saw shadows in the distance, 2 of them. Is it Kai? Maybe Speed? But it turned out to be Sam and Colby. We specialise in exploring abandoned and haunted places, making them the perfect additions to our journey. As we ventured deeper into the tunnel system, Sam and Colby took in the massive underground expanse. Meanwhile, the others stayed back at camp to work on some much-needed upgrades. I handed out tasks like a supervisor with no clue what was going on, but confidently told everyone what to do. Deeper than ever before, we continued to explore this ancient city, with new surprises and challenges at every turn. You never could have guessed how sketchy exploring these tunnels would get. I think Sam and Colby should lead the way since they have more experience. "We love creepy holes, you know," Sam joked. It made sense to let them take the lead. As we kept walking, we came across a super ominous staircase with a gigantic cross at the top. "What do we make of this cross?" someone asked. Sam explained. There's a legend that a spirit was seen in these salt mines, and they built an altar here at the spot where the hauntings occurred. It was eerie, but also fascinating, so we pressed on. From there, we discovered a hole that led to our camp. "Dude, I can see our camp," someone yelled down to Sean, who was working on setting up a shower. Yes, you heard that right. A shower in an underground city. "We'll make a shower head out of the camp and hang our water jug," he explained. With 50% of the mines explored and now a way to wash off the grime, the underground city was thriving. But there was still more to do. Day 4 brought our next special guest, Kai Cenat, the biggest Twitch streamer on the planet. "Kai, stomp as loud as you can," I shouted. And as he jumped, the place echoed. Kai joined us like family, but it wasn't long before things started to get wild. I saved a secret tunnel just for him. We crossed an underground lake using boats and found another set of tunnels through a hole in the wall. Carl went first. There was even a door inside the tunnel. We had no idea what was behind it, but we couldn't resist. After only for the tunnel to open up into a giant dark void. To make it even crazier, I brought the world's brightest flashlight. "Dude, this is unreal!" someone exclaimed. Kai decided to jump down into the massive cavern, and after making sure it was safe, the rest of us followed. We were all down in the middle of the cavern, and I decided to turn the flashlight off to scare everyone. After the prank and some tension, we returned to camp for the night. But Carl and Gideon weren't done. They set up a mannequin with a speaker playing Kai's song Bust Down Rolly Avalanche as a prank on the rest of the team. At first, it was chaos. "Are we being attacked?" someone asked, until Kai recognised his own song. "That's your song," someone shouted as we all burst into laughter. But Kai was not pleased, declaring, "I will dedicate my entire life to their destruction." Lines were drawn and enemies were. The last few days in this underground city were about to get interesting. The next morning, while everyone else slept after Carl's prank, I stayed awake, waiting for our next guest. As the elevator descended, I saw who it was: Logan Paul. We usually rely on Jimmy to give tours, but he's asleep right now. Logan Paul, our day 5 guest, was ready to wake him up. "Good morning, Logan. What's poppin'?" Logan said with enthusiasm. Chandler grinned, clearly excited to see Logan. It's WWE superstar Logan Paul, who made quite the entrance. The group decided to exile Carl and Gideon after they had pulled one too many pranks on everyone. This was Carl's bed. "We won't be using it anymore," Zarbi joked, tossing Carl's bed into the water. Carl wasn't pleased. "Dude, I hate this underground city." Tensions began to rise, especially when Cenat decided to step up as mayor. "Does anybody object to me being mayor?" Kai asked. "I don't object," someone replied. As mayor, Kai decided Gideon and Carl would sleep in the elevator as punishment for the pranks. "They're in the elevator, how do we get up?" someone asked. Kai clearly hadn't thought this through. "Enjoy your dictatorship," Carl quipped as he and Gideon reluctantly moved their stuff. Meanwhile, the Day 1 crew set off to explore more tunnels. Jimmy led them into a secret tunnel disguised as a dead end. "What if I told you it's a fake dead end?" Jimmy revealed, opening a hidden door that led to a long tunnel. After running down the seemingly endless tunnel, they reached the light, only to find a Zaxby's at the end. "Brand new Mr. Beast box, available in every Zaxby's," Jimmy announced, showing off the Feastables bar inside the meal. Back at camp, the remaining group had too much free time. "Let's move all their beds to the bridge," someone suggested. And soon they were relocating beds to mess with everyone who wasn't there. As chaos erupted, the group gathered for a town hall meeting. "Welcome to York New City," Kai announced. "This is our current state. It's messy and looks bad." He then suggested the new generation should sleep in a specific area, starting to form his own rules in the growing underground city. The Day 1 crew, now referred to as the Day 1ers, had been relegated to sleeping on the bridge. Carl protested, "We have a master bedroom, someone's sleeping on the raft." Fed up with the situation, Jimmy rallied the Day 1ers. "Come on, we're leaving." But Kai and his new crew weren't about to let them go without a fight. "You can't let them get back to base before us," Kai yelled. Sean tried to block them, but chaos ensued as both groups rushed. Tensions flared as Jimmy confronted Kai. "You've turned into a dictator, bro." Kai was frustrated. "I quit. I hate being mayor. You've got to make all these rules and stuff, and it's too much." In a show of peace, Kai offered everyone some lunchleys, complete with prime and Feastables. "Nice! The cheese tastes like actual cheese," someone noted, as the group reconciled. That night, after overthrowing Kai's dictatorship, everyone settled in for some much-needed rest. But the next morning, excitement stirred as a new guest was about to arrive. "Who's next?" I showed Speed, the entire sidemen. The suspense built as a gigantic box descended. "It's Vicstar and Speed," Jimmy announced as both stepped out of the box. Without hesitation, Speed immediately commented, "Bro, you'll stink." After a few laughs, the group headed to check out the underground soccer arena. They played an intense game, with Chandler, Speed, and Logan dominating the field. "Blue team won," they declared after a hard-fought match. The day's adventures didn't stop there. They projected a video game on the cave wall and played golf, where Logan nearly got injured climbing the Ferris wheel. "What am I doing up here?" Logan said nervously. "I'm going to be a dad." To cap it all off, the group climbed to the top of the cave and played an epic game of catch, dropping feastables and marshmallows from dizzying heights. As the night fell, they gathered around the campfire in the amphitheatre. When asked about their favourite moments, Jimmy said, "My favourite part was dragging all these YouTubers into the middle of nowhere and forcing them to hang out with me." With only one day left in the underground city, they all reflected on the fun they had and prepared for the last day of their adventure. The next morning, after cleaning up the camp, they emerged into the sunlight for the first time in a week. "Go outside and touch some grass yourself," Jimmy thought as they bid farewell to the underground city.